All right, guys, I want you to listen to this VN because you all know Pastor Ken. He's one of the heads when it comes to these NGOs, and he's in charge of most of the activities. I want you guys to pay close attention and see what you can benefit through what he said. I think there is something you need to learn from this. So, guys, subscribe to the update and make sure you share this video and take advantage of this information. See you in my next post, guys, and bye for now.
The much information we have, which is coming from the Power of Five, Power of Five seems to also give kudos to the country director, Ambassador Ken Nwakama, knowing that he has respect for him, being the first grant handler that refused to collect money for clusters, except only for donations from NGOs and organizations owners who rally around to support his mission. That means before then, other grant handlers have come and they collected money for clusters and for so much donations, and yet they did not deliver. But when it comes to the country director, Apostle Ken Nwakama, he refused to collect money from clusters, and he remains the first in time grant handler who refused to do that, and he only collected money for some donations from NGOs, not cluster heads or clusters, but only from NGOs and organization owners, and they were the one actually that rallied around about him to fulfill this mission that we are still about to get the fund from. And he said that in whatever he does, that's the Power of Five now, whatever he does, he will continue to respect the country director on this wise for the step he took then, which he now is working towards to make himself perfect on this grand ecosystem path that he is also treading. And he also said that the Power of Five is gathering strength from within to disburse their grant, even if all grants within the country are banned or if they fail to disburse, that he has positioned himself ruggedly in such a way that nothing can stop his disbursement. If you remember, some months or last year or so, the Power of Five was agitatively coming up to see that they can also disburse their grant, and there was an advice coming from the inside men to tell him to step down, because Power of Five is actually has its inspiration from UAAG, and they had to advise the Power of Five that he should sheath his sword or hold his agitation for the moment. Since his boss is yet to disburse, he shouldn't just kick off and be in a hurry to disburse before his boss, which is country director. So I think he listened to that advice and he had to mellow down. And it's like he's coming up now again to say, but some people then had to subscribe to his initiative and also subscribe to his grant. And he is coming up now to remind the populace that he is actually going to disburse his grant, and without fear is going to achieve his purpose, and nothing can stop it. He said he's a man on assignment, and he can boldly tell everyone that they are set to shape this country positively, even with their sweat. And he also said that where are the true grant fighters, the incorruptible fighters that are not sentimental or biased in their judgment. The true grant fighters and the incorruptible fighters that are not sentimental or biased in their judgment, and that there should not be any support to anyone that fights innocent men. That the aftermath effect of such escapade is always brutal, very brutal, because God would always be there to pay every man accordingly, so that he's not in support of anyone fighting or standing against the country director, Apostle Ken Wakama. And anyone who is doing that there is an aftermath effect that will come to them on that wise. So he is focused on delivering his grant, and very soon you'll start seeing that he too comes up to talk about the disbursement date, talk about their plans, their template, their delivery, their score sheet, the cards and everything that is to be expected from the people. So let's see how it goes from the Power of Five. He has an affiliation with the UAAG, and he is actually warming up to do something. He has made his promises and his mind known to the people of what he wants to do. And let's hope and pray that his own desire to comes true, and what he wants to do for the people does not fail. So this is the season of grant in Nigeria, and majority of them that have said, I don't think I've received any grant since I was born. But I've applied to so many of them. We've had promises, we have waited at different times, but thank God that we are not living by the budget of grant handlers. If we are to put our budget on the grant handlers within the country, and you see, how will I put it now? Funny enough, or luckily enough, to certain people, there are people that have actually gotten some measure of blessings from grant release within the country at different times. But I have not been privileged to get any. I've been seeking for where to apply, especially for big project, massive project that could affect humanity. But I don't know. I've tried to do some searches and all that. Some of them I got within the country, some are outside the country, but I've not really have a thoroughfare or sail through on their disbursement. It has not really been so easy getting grants to be disbursed to people at different times within this country. So, but let's hope and see what the Power of Five wants to do this time around. Only that people's trust that have been lifted at different times might not be so much in support of what Power of Five wants to do. But if he's so serious concerning his move and is taking it, one thing about life is that once people see that you're serious about your project, no matter the struggle, no matter the difficulties, and they see that you have a vision, they see that you are tenacious about your move, even if there are a lot of people that opposes it, with time you will discover that people will start rallying around that particular project, and they will be in support. So if he's really real, if he is real and is sincere and is honest concerning what he's pushing forward, then let him be really faithful to the end and be prayerful, because there are forces against grant handlers in this country. There are personal forces, the forces of greed, the forces of disappointment. There are spiritual forces in high places. There are principalities and powers. There are forces from the ocean, and there are forces that are there are syndromes over Nigeria itself that does not make grant to survive whenever it comes, and people are to be blessed by it. So he needs to be prayerful. He needs to be really active and be up and doing, so that he doesn't fail, and the delay that has been the order of the day will not also catch up with him. So this way we're drawing the curtain for this particular commentary, and we wish him well in his activities, wish him well in what he's about to come up to do, and others that are also on the line, the Lord will fast speed it, so that the expectations of the ailing beneficiaries and expectant beneficiaries and subscribers would come back alive again. Thank you once again, and you remain blessed.